This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6, and it reads to the Holy Scriptures from BibleGateway.com, KJV version of the Holy Scriptures, and it reads Matthew 24 through 6 through verse 8, and it started at verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Matthew 24 and 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Wakarkadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. I say shalom to the Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson from the Jerusalem Post, published by young Yonah, Jeremy Bob, from the Jerusalem Post staff, published by them. And this was published June the 26th, 2023, and last updated June the 26th, 2023. And it reads, and keep this in mind while we have the Israel-Palestine situation is skyrocketing at an all-time high, because you got tensions are increasing between both sides, from the Palestinian side and from the Israeli side as well too. 2 rockets fired at Israel from West Bank for first time in 18 years. It says the rockets which were fired from the Jenin exploded in Palestine authorities' territory. Israeli forces arrived at the scene and are investigating the incident. Two rockets were launched on Monday morning at Israel from the Jenin area, but exploded in the Palestinian territory without hitting any Israelis or Israeli location, which marks the first time a rocket was fired at Israel from the West Bank in 18 years. It says one fell 5 meters from the launch staging an area, of the other fell 80 meters from the launch. And it says staging area, although a review of the wreckage found that a body of the rocket was full, no explosive materials was found in the wreckage. It says this suggested that either the rockets were publicly stunned or a test run that was not meant to actually explode on the Israelis.
Gotta go with it.
Yeah.
Just to tell Lex, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Check your dad later.
Yep.
I'll see you when you get back.
Alright, see you can get back. And it says this suggested that either the rocket was a public stunt or a test run that was meant to actually explode on Israelis. It was unknown if it is unknown if those who launched the rockets might have conceded more rockets as well explosive materials. It says, broadly speaking, the rockets were found to be a permanent design. It says, according to the IDF, the rockets did not pose a threat to Israeli communities in the area, though it was unclear if this was because it lacked the range to strike or because the rocket has other issues. It says, Israeli military vehicles are seen during clashes with Palestinians during a raid in Jenin in the West Bank. Oh, that was in January. That's an older photo. We'll continue on. It says Israeli security forces arrived at the scene and conducted search in the area, but did not yet report any arrests. The IDF said the incident is under a review, but did not give more specific information about who carried out or how similar future incidents will be prevented. It says the incident follows another recent incident of a dummy rocket being prepared to potential fire at Israel, or at least appears to threaten Israel. It also comes after a recent warning by the Shin Bet director, Ron Barr, that Palestinian territories were making renewed efforts to require rockets in the West Bank and fire them on Israel. And it says, if such you-know-what groups succeeded, it could represent a whole new front for rocket defense, since presently Israel rocket defense is deployed to defend against rockets from Lebanon or Gaza. The new situation also occurs after the last week drastic escalations in the you-know-what from the Palestinian side, use of force by the IDF, and revenge attacks by small hat West Bank residents. Will Jenin become Gaza? It says, Lycoi MK Daniel criticized Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the like faction meeting following reports on the initial incident, Wallo reported. I saw a report by the IDF spokesperson that a rocket has been launched from Jenin this morning. He said last week 4 small hats were murdered and haven't seen any reaction yet. What are we waiting for? That Jenin will become Gaza. It says we know that our standard plans to deal with the worsening security chaos in northern Samaria. Why is it not being approved at a political level? The residents of Samaria will not be sitting ducks. New head of the Gilboa Regional Council addressed local residents in a statement saying that a faction, Hamas, operating in the area of the city of Jenin, public aiming towards the Gilboa Regional Council towns. National Unity Park MK Ben Gantz told the Prime Minister that in the whole issue of fighting the you-know-what, and the government have full of backing so long as you act responsibility. Right, as long as you act responsibility, and deceivably the rockets fired today in Jenin is more escalations and the you-know-what organizations. Well, I ain't gonna read all the rest of that because it's keep on loading up. But that's all the reading right there. But as of right now, I brought out the Matthews 24:6 to verse 8 of the wars and rumors of wars in the nation against nation, especially with the Israel-Palestine situation is continuing to heat up. So as of right now, you had 2 rockets fired at Israel from West Bank for the first time in 18 years. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh B'Shem, Yahweh Shai B'Shem, Wakar Kadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim scattered through 4 corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.